Hey Maeser, welcome to the Pride. I'm Robert Lane.
And I'm Suzie Lane. This week we have a special extended episode with our school-wide awards ceremony. Yearbooks. We know you want them. We've been telling you all year how they're going to be better than ever, and they really are. Unfortunately, right now, our printing plant that we usually go through in California had to close. So right now, our yearbooks are being printed in Tennessee. We are still waiting for updates, and as soon as we know, we will let you know.
Graduation is May 20th at the Water Gardens Drive-In. Due to limited space, we really need to restrict how many cars and people are able to attend.
If you haven't had a chance to watch our Prelude to Graduation series, you can find all the past videos on our YouTube channel or on our Instagram. There's a link in the video description.
High school Shakespeare auditions have been extended. The new deadline is June 1st. Email Mr. Holtz one video of a memorized monologue. Speak with diction, volume, and intention. Email Mr. Holtz with your questions that you have.
Are you interested in joining tennis? Coach Tim has some great plans for the tennis team this summer, both in person and virtually. Even if you're on the fence about joining, you can still reach out to him for more information and updates. Contact Coach Tim by emailing Timothy Smith with 2 N's at maeserprep.org. Why not take a swing at it?
Guys, this was crisis schooling. It was very hectic and very all over the place. But remember, there was so much going on behind the scenes. All of the unsung heroes and everything going on that was unseen by the students. I want to give a thank you to Mr. Simmons, Miss Ellis, and Mr. Norris for everything that they've done for the school that has gone unnoticed. And yeah.
Now we're going to have a special awards ceremony.
We present to you all the academic awards earned by seniors and other non-returning students.
Welcome to our virtual awards ceremony this year. Because many of our high school students receiving awards today are seniors, we wanted to create a special awards edition of the Pride to celebrate those students. These awards will be handed out during graduation with your diploma if you are a recipient. The other awards for returning students will be honored in a fall special assembly. So no worries, we will have another award assembly early fall. Each year, we select the top 2 students based entirely on GPA to be junior marshals at graduation. Because this year is very unique, and due to our current situation, we have selected honorary junior marshals this year. This year, our honorary junior marshals are Jenna Norris and Talon Squires. In a few short weeks, we will be celebrating the graduation of the class of 2020. In honor of their class and to represent them as the top honor graduates, this year's valedictorian is Luke Stansel, and this year's salutatorian is Sabrina Sue. They represent many hours of service and dedication in the pursuit of excellence. Congratulations. The Prudential Spirit of Community Award honors young people across America for outstanding volunteer service. These students improve their communities through exemplary volunteer service and set fine examples for their peers. The Prudential Certificate of Excellence is the award granted to the top 10% of all applicants in each state. This year's recipient from Maeser is Luke Stansel. The University of Utah has sent a list of our seniors who have been offered scholarships for the fall at the U. The Utah Flagship Scholarship, which is worth $20,000, was offered to Grace Harrington, Emma Helquist, Joelle Ray, Sabrina Sue, Thomas Vick, and Cody Wilkins. The Utah Academic Scholarship, worth $10,000, was offered to Abby Stark. The Utah Academic Recognition Award, which is a $3,000 scholarship, was offered to Kara Hahn and Jacob Yanchar. Trustee scholarships in various amounts were also offered to Trenton Howard, Hugh Jackson, Ethan Linsky, Audrey Mefford, John Perkins, Ava Sandberg, Thomas Webb, Rachel Wright, and Anushka Yadav. Seniors, your certificates will be with your diploma on graduation night for you to pick up.
All right, we want to recognize those people that were recognized at the junior level of the QCEF Science Fair, which is held at BYU every year in the spring. This year, because it was of the special circumstances, it was held virtually, but our students at Maeser, again, this year did so great. We want to make sure that we recognize those students. Mitchell Tingy won 3rd place in chemistry for his project entitled Waterlogged. James Fawcett won 3rd place in physics and astronomy with his project Stop Distance and Terrain. And then Eliana Herbert won 1st place in behavior and social science with her project Dialing Distraction, the effect of smartphone presence in cognitive processing. We're really excited to find out that Eliana Herbert also won a Broadcom's Master's Award, where she's invited to go to Washington, D.C. to the science fair there and demonstrate her project on a national and international stage. Eliana Herbert also won some of the Grand Champion Awards. There's 6 Grand Champion Awards, which is basically the best in show at the science fair, and she won one of those.
This year's PE and Health Department Award goes to Trey Davis. And as I've never had the privilege of teaching him, I asked Coach Grosbeck to give me some words. And so in his words, this is what he has to say about Trey. Trey is the best. His attitude and energy is infectious. He works hard, helps others, and has a great attitude. While in our weight training program, he has improved in every lift we tested. I've enjoyed having him in my classes and will miss him.
The Fine Arts Department and I have selected Becca Linford as the High School Fine Arts Student of the Year. She excels in the visual arts, especially in drawing. She works tirelessly on her projects to make them look flawless and beautiful. She is inquisitive and asks questions freely. She seems to seek out truth and knowledge. Becca also uses her creative talents to help with the Maeser Theater Department, Student Council, and Printcom. Because of her dedication and engagement with a diverse array of the Fine Arts Department, we chose Becca Linford as this year's High School Fine Art Student of the Year.
Paige Clark is naturally very bright, but that's not the reason she's receiving the World Languages Department Award today. Throughout her years at Maeser, beginning with middle school Latin, then continuing through all 4 years of high school Spanish, Paige has put lots of consistent effort into language learning, and that effort has paid off. That kind of consistent effort led her to receive this award, but more importantly, it led her to excel in her language learning here at Maeser, and will lead her to continue to excel in language learning as she plans to continue studying Spanish as part of her college experience. Paige began her Maeser World Language journey with 7th and 8th grade Latin, then worked her way up the levels of Spanish, beginning in Spanish 1 her freshman year, all the way up through Spanish 1 again the second half of her senior year. She actually did level up all the way through Spanish 4, but when her schedule opened up this semester, she kept Spanish 4, became my TA for Spanish 2, and retook the second half of Spanish 1. Taking Spanish 1 again was definitely not necessary for her, and I think mostly was a result of needing another academic class that would fit with her schedule, but Mr. Harmer was glad to have her. He said that she helped out quite a bit and was good about helping the rest of her Spanish 1 class see the bigger picture of how what they were learning in Spanish 1 would help them later on. Paige was that way in the Spanish classes I had her in as well. She's always quick to volunteer, quick to help her peers, and quick to laugh at and brush off her own language learning blunders, which is definitely a key to building confidence and accuracy in a language. Paige has worked hard here at Maeser, and I know she will continue to excel in language learning in her future studies as well.
Right. A successful completion of both AB and BC calculus classes with a 5 on each exam before his senior year should be sufficient justification for this student to be recognized as this year's Math Department Award. This student has been one of the top students in his grade, and I am very impressed with his accomplishments. He's always enthusiastic in his learning, I really admire the way this student thinks and expresses his ideas, as well as his obvious interest in academics. He loves to learn, in and out of the classroom situation. He seeks and responds positively to ideas for making improvements. He has an ability to integrate the material, and his insights and comments always add depth to our class discussions. To go along with his natural aptitude is his hard and tenacious work ethic. While many students are satisfied with basic mastery of a concept, this student consistently strives to achieve more. He's always looking for harder problems and different and useful representations. He loves to be challenged. He enjoys participating in math competitions. He's a member of Maeser's math team for all of his 4 years in high school, and has been a strong performer on each and every math competition. He's a strong math student with a wide variety of interests and talents. Thus, the 2020 College E. Maeser's Math Department Award goes to Luke Stansel. Congratulations.
Hello, I am announcing the Science Department Award of 2020. This student is a wonderful example of Maeser and what we work for in the science department. This student works hard and cares about truly understanding the science behind the work that we do in class. This student is careful and seeks truth in the lab and making use of his time and taking down good measurements and detailed lab notes. He is not loud or needy in class, but also strives to ask questions for understanding and to make complete sense of the natural world. We are very excited to recognize Gavin Sherwood as our Science Department Award winner of the year 2019 to 2020.
Hunter Anderton is this year's recipient for the Socratic Department Award. Hunter is a deep and deliberate thinker who has allowed Socratic to not simply be a class to attend, but a lifestyle.
This year, I have the honor to present early to our middle school teacher of the year. We will award our high school teacher of the year in our fall assembly, but we wanted to take a special time to thank our middle school teacher of the year for his amazing example to us as a team and to our students. Here are a few things that students said about him. He's a great person, and he spent extra time and hours to support me in math. He is an amazing math teacher. He is nice but firm. He's an awesome coach, but also friend. This year's middle school teacher of the year is Josh Bundy. We want to thank him for all of the many hours he spent as our boys' volleyball coach, as our middle school math teacher, as our math lab overseer and supporter, tutor, friend, mentor. We wish him the best of luck as he goes on to pursue an MBA at BYU this fall. Congratulations, Mr. Bundy.
I'm excited to present this year's Truth, Honor, and Virtue Awards for the high school. Truth. This award is given to students who exemplify this trait through action and behavior. These students provide a living example of what this value means and establish a cultural standard for truth. It's demonstrated by students who properly implement the necessary study skills, content knowledge, and reasoning that allow them to contribute to their educational success. They study daily, complete assignments, contribute to the conversation, work hard to be a good student both academically and behaviorally, strive to gain content knowledge, and pursue difficult classes in order to better themselves for success. They assume that others have valuable things to say. They use other conversations and ideas to gain truth. It is not about individual aptitude, but rather the individual's ability to associate with others to leverage that aptitude in the pursuit of truth. Additionally, these students work at finding truth through inquisitiveness, analysis, problem solving, and intellectual openness. They engage in active inquiry and dialogue, seek evidence to defend arguments, explanations, or lines of reasoning. They question assertions and assumptions, and search for deeper understanding. They apply multiple strategies for solving problems and compare and contrast sources and findings. They are able to communicate their ideas effectively. It will come as no surprise that the high school recipient of this year's Truth Award is senior Ethan Linsky.
I am going to present the Middle School Truth Award this year, and that goes to Serenity Burns. Congratulations, Serenity, on receiving this award. You are well deserving of this. And I just wanted to read a few things that some of Serenity's teachers said about her. Serenity is determined and growth-minded. When I coached her for cross country, she was one of the best possible teammates. She is always open to suggestions for improvement. She would try them out, continue to apply the things that worked for her, while letting the things that didn't work go. By the end of the school year, she had taken several minutes off her initial times because she was willing to work and try new things. She is positive and upbeat. She encourages others to grow and learn and be their best selves. Serenity applies principles, finds truths, and encourages others to do the same. Serenity is a strong student. She does well, but the thing that stands out the most to me is the kindness she shows every day to her classmates. She has a contagiously positive attitude. She helps her peers so much in math class. I wish I could have 3 more Serenities in each of my classes. She is awesome. So congratulations, Serenity. You deserve this award, and we are grateful for all that you have done at Maeser Prep Academy.
Honor. Honor is the duty to always do better, to continually evaluate who you are and strive to improve. It's having integrity in one's beliefs and actions and ensuring that those are implemented individually and collectively. Students who emulate this value see themselves as not only a student, but a contributor to the legacy and continued success of Maeser Prep. This begins by always following the uniform policy, taking pride in the school by picking up trash, maintaining appropriate classroom and school-wide behavior which allows all students to learn properly, completing assignments when given, respecting teachers, staff, faculty, and other students, participating in activities after school, contributing to the success of the school through collective and individual successes, and never compromising one's honor by violating the expectations and rules. A student's honor is not only measured by their contribution to their own legacy, but the legacy of the school as well. They give back to the school by contributing to the culture and success of Maeser. This year's high school recipient for the Honor Award is Adam Cottle. Virtue. Virtue is accomplished not only through exactness, uprightness, and rectitude in relation to all the ideals talked about in truth and honor, but also works at developing moral excellence through service and honoring students, faculty, and staff at Maeser. It requires students to set goals for themselves, see themselves as college-bound students, and work diligently while pursuing these goals, and helping not only themselves, but students around them gain this valuable experience. They see a need and work at filling it. These students strive to serve others before themselves in both the local and the Maeser community. They are stewards of the vision and mission and work to help others achieve it. They are the standard bearers of the school and humbly go about serving others and achieving the school's values. This year's Virtue Award goes to 2 students, seniors Kara Hahn and Cody Wilkins.
This year, I have the honor to award the Carl G. Maeser Award, and it goes to a student who many students and teachers feel exemplifies all of the traits of its namesake. This individual personifies and exemplifies what makes Maeser great. She is kind, intelligent, principled, and curious. She questions and seeks understanding. This year's high school Maeser Award winner is Rebecca Linford.
That's it for today, Maeser.
We'll see you next week on The Pride.